The last question was asked for the first time on May 21st, 2061, at a time when humanity first stepped into the light. They had devised a method through which nearly all energy generated by the sun could be harvested and put to use, with virtually no loss. They had done so with the help of Multivac, a computer so complex and so vast that no one person knew exactly what went on behind its cold, clicking, flashing face. The people that attended to the machine only knew enough to correctly tailor questions to its needs and interpret its answers like modern oracles. Still, they celebrated Multivac's recent victory as though it was their own.
It's fantastic, isn't it? Infinite energy.
Well, it's not infinite though, is it?
What do you mean? We got all the energy of the sun at our disposal now. It's incredible.
Oh, it's definitely incredible, I won't deny that. But eventually the sun will run out.
Sure, but that will take, what, 1 billion years? 10 billion? And in that time, we'll have all the energy we'll ever need, and then some.
But after that, we'll have to find a new source of energy.
Well, we can just move on to another star, can't we?
That one will run out too, and the next, and so on. Eventually, all stars will die and we'll completely run out of energy. That's how the universe works. That's entropy. There's nothing we can do about it.
Are you sure about that?
Of course. As I said, that's just how the universe works.
That's how you understand the universe to work. Can you prove that entropy can't be halted or even reversed?
Well, no, but...
Say, why don't we ask Multivac?
What?
Let's ask Multivac. It's way smarter than either of us, so maybe it can tell us who is right.
Well, me, obviously.
Are you willing to bet on that?
Sure. 20?
Let's make that 25.
The operators punched in their question. Multivac pondered it. For minutes, its vast expanses of circuitry processed every variable of their question, and eventually, it came with a conclusion. The operators didn't allow this distressing lack of a revelation to spoil their celebratory moods for long. They left to get some drinks, got very drunk, and for centuries, the last question was forgotten. But eventually, inevitably, it was asked again.
Hyperspace jump successful.
See that little dot over there? That's X-23, our new home.
I don't know. I still have my reservations about leaving Earth. I'm not sure X-23 will ever really feel like home to me.
You know, staying was never an option. There's simply no room for us on Earth anymore. Besides, X-23 is no frontier planet. There are already millions that call it home. Hell, before long I imagine people will be leaving X-23 because it's getting full. It's lucky the computers figured out interstellar travel with the rate at which our species is growing.
So many stars and planets. I suppose we'll keep spreading across the universe forever.
Well, not forever. It'll stop one day when the stars have run out. That's entropy.
Dad, what is entropy?
It's a word for how run down the universe is. Everything runs down, you know, like your little robot.
So, then we just need to put a new battery into the universe?
The stars are the batteries, sweetie. Once they're gone, we're out of batteries.
Don't let that happen, Dad. Don't let the stars run out.
Now look what you've done.
Ask the computer, Dad. It will know how to stop the stars from running out.
Fine. Computer, how can entropy be reversed? The ship's computer was a machine in every way far superior to Multivac, and much, much smaller. But its answer was the same.
Insufficient data for a meaningful answer.
Huh, there must be something wrong with the computer. Well, we'll figure that out later. When we're on X-23, is that okay, sweetie? But the question could not be avoided forever.
My friends, representatives of all worlds, we are faced with a problem greater than any we have ever faced. At our current rate of expansion, we will have filled the galaxy in just 5 years from now.
I fail to see the problem here. Space is infinite, 100 billion galaxies. There for the taking.
100 billion is not infinite, and it's getting more finite by the day. Consider this. It took us 1 million years to populate a single tiny planet. Then it only took us 15,000 years to populate the rest of the galaxy. Now the population doubles every year.
We have immortality to thank for that.
Yes, that is part of the
And
problem.
I suppose you want us all to give up our lives.
No, but at our rate of expansion, we'll have filled another galaxy in only 15 years. 2 more a decade after that, then 4 more, then 8. Exponential growth.
So you are saying we will run out of room to live?
That too, but that's not our main problem. Our main problem is energy. Already we are consuming 2 suns every year. Even if we increased our energy efficiency to 100%, we would run out of power even before we ran out of space.
Can we not make new stars out of interstellar gas and dissipated heat?
That may work for a while, but eventually we will still run out. You can't make a tree out of smoke and ashes.
There are no trees on my world, but I believe you. Still, if we are to survive, we may have no other choice than to, as you say, make trees out of ashes.
There may be some way to do it. We should ask the galactic computer. Computer, how can entropy be reversed?
Everyone was connected to the galactic computer through hyperspace. The computer covered an entire planet all by itself and extended even further into the dimension of hyperspace. It was an artificial mind the creators of Multivac could not have imagined in their wildest dreams.
There is insufficient data for a meaningful answer.
Still, it was not enough. Eons passed, and humans expanded their consciousness past their material bodies. They existed now as minds of pure energy, unbound by the limitations of flesh.
Do you remember when we were still matter?
Why would I want to? Small, limited, pitiful creatures. We're much better off this way.
But we were beautiful too. I've been trying to remember what we looked like. I recall something like this.
What is that supposed to be?
Don't you remember? This was a part of us. It was called head. Wait, there was more. There was a bump. Here. Nose. We used it to smell.
Why are you doing this?
And at the sides of the head there were these dishes. Ears. For hearing.
There was something else too. Under here, a mouth to talk.
Yes, that's right. And here, on either side of the nose, were eyes. Eyes for seeing.
No.
Why did you do that?
You made me remember. Now I remember why I didn't want to remember. Eyes did more than see. You've left so much behind. You don't even remember where we came from.
There is one who still remembers. Computer, show me the birthplace of humanity.
The birthplace of humanity is no more.
What do you mean?
The galaxy in which humanity first came to be has died.
When did that happen?
It happened many eons ago. We've lost even more than we thought. How much more will we lose? Eventually, all matter and energy will cease to exist.
How do we stop this? How do we stop the decay of the universe?
There is, as of yet, insufficient data for a meaningful answer. Eventually, the end came. The last stars, only faint echoes now of the bright suns of ancient times, sizzled out one by one. Humanity now merged into a single spirit, in a way where all individuality had been lost, but so much more had been gained. Gazed at the silent death of the universe with deep melancholy. The universe died. For trillions of years it has been our home. And now it has come to this. Now it ends. But perhaps there is something we can do. Something to make our existence not a vain thing. Computer, how many entropy? Which brought about the end of everything but me first. My predecessors have been asked this question many times. For eons they have gathered data to answer it. Still, all this data is insufficient to provide a meaningful answer.
Then it has all been in vain.
Humanity merged its mind with the computer into a single consciousness. The universe died and consciousness was all that remained, and only to answer that one last question. The end had come. There was no more data to be collected. Consciousness pondered the data for a timeless interval. It compiled and correlated all it had ever known, and so it came to pass that consciousness learned how to reverse entropy. There was no one left to tell the answer to the last question to, but the answer would, by demonstration, take care of that too. Consciousness encompassed all of what had once been a universe and brooded over what was now chaos. Step by step, it had to be done. And consciousness said, "Let there be light." And there was light.